Hi, thanks for tuning in to our weekly Tips on Teens segment every 12 o'clock on Wednesdays. My name is Kent Toussaint. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist and the founder and clinical director of Teen Therapy Center in Woodland Hills. And I just want to take a second to thank everyone so much for all the great questions you guys send in every week. They're wonderful. We're so happy that we get to, help support you guys. So keep the questions coming. And now for today's question. My daughter is smoking weed. She says that since she's almost 18, that I shouldn't care. But she has 3 younger siblings who are being exposed to seeing her high several times a week. How do I stop her from smoking? Should I stop her from smoking? Again, great question. A lot of parents are really struggling with this one. There's a lot of different directions to go with this because it's a really layered question. First of all, should you stop her? And so I'm imagining this girl's probably 17 since you say she's almost 18. The question is, can you? Are you really able to? If you're not able to, trying to set boundaries and limits where you are ineffective is just going to push her farther away from you. My concern right now with this teen girl is she's smoking several times a week. So let's say it's 3-4 times a week and her family is seeing it. So it's not an occasional, it's out of the ordinary, hey, I got high one time. This is a consistent pattern of behavior that sounds toxic. And if anyone was getting intoxicated 3-4 times a week, and that's a problem, whether it's weed, whether it's alcohol, whether it's pills, whatever it is, this girl is struggling. Something's going on with this teen girl where she's hiding and avoiding her emotions. I don't know what that is yet because obviously all we know is from the question. But something pretty serious is happening. So I would encourage you to find ways to get her into treatment, whether it's therapy, whether it's, it may be beyond just an individual therapist. I don't know. It could be that she needs to go to an intensive outpatient program where she goes several times a week and works on sobriety, and that is the focus. And I would say for this kind of situation, sobriety is more important than her grades. It's more important than almost anything because if she's not sober, she can't function. It's hard to function in life when you're inebriated most of the time. You just can't function very well. If you don't think it's that bad, you think you can keep it contained in the home and just with an individual therapist, and you want to maintain boundaries, then make sure these, again, are boundaries that you can sustain, right? So if you say, listen, I can't stop you from smoking, but I don't want you to smoke, and my concern is that you're smoking and driving, so I'm going to drug test you, and every time you come up clean, you can drive. But if the test comes up dirty, then you can't have the keys until you test clean again. Now, if you do decide to drug test your kid, you have to have a very clear plan of what you're going to do if it comes up dirty. And this is not the plan you make when she's peeing on the stick or in the cup. This is the plan you make with you and your spouse over the kitchen table when she's not high, when you guys are calm, when you are rational, when you are clear-headed, not when you're panicking with a dirty test in your hand, right? So you have to have a clear plan if it comes up dirty or if it comes up clean. Because if it comes up clean, you have to have a clear plan of how you celebrate. If you make this all negative, then it's going to be perceived as negative. But if it comes up clean and okay, here's the car and we're going for ice cream, we're going for sushi or whatever that is, you're going to celebrate. Because it's hard for kids to stay sober in our culture. It is rampant. And some of you right now are watching and saying, oh, it's just marijuana. It's no big deal. It's natural. It's not heroin. And you're right. It is not heroin. I agree with you 100%. It is not as addictive as heroin. It is not as destructive as heroin. You're absolutely right. I get that comment a lot. However, marijuana is not broccoli. You know what I'm saying? If no one's going to get in trouble, no one's going to have problems by eating too much broccoli. By smoking too much weed, you are avoiding life. You are decreasing your motivation. You're actually increasing anxiety. A lot of people say, oh, I use it to calm my anxiety. But teenagers, they're not self-medicating to keep the anxiety down. They're smoking to get blazed, to get wasted, to get high, to escape. And also I find with a lot of my clients, marijuana doesn't recede the anxiety. It just delays it and creates it bigger. So you got to smoke more and more and more and more until you're smoking all the time and nothing stops the the anxiety. So it's really important that we focus on this girl's mental health. Was there something I wanted to ask? Oh, and also with her sisters or her brothers or the younger siblings, whoever those are. Maybe she would respond to having empathy for her younger siblings, but my guess is we're beyond that with this kid. So have real clear plans. There is Marijuana Anonymous meetings in the Valley. I think there are some that focus on teens. I would start getting her to those meetings if possible. Get her to see a therapist, family therapist, an IOP program, something, because there's some emotional need that has not been met, that is where this girl is suffering, and we need to help her. So I'm thinking I forgot something, but I'm going to end it now because we're running along. I don't want to waste all your time during your lunch break. I want you guys to go enjoy, have your sandwich or salad, whatever that is. But anyways, I want to thank you for tuning in. Every Wednesday at 12 o'clock, we'll be answering your questions. If you have a question you'd like me to answer, please email us at tipsonteens@teentherapycenter.com. You can find an archive of these on our website, including some great articles at teentherapycenter.com. And again, thanks again for your questions, and I look forward to talking to you guys next week. Bye-bye.